Good morning everyone, bonsoir à tous. Je vais parler juste en français 2 minutes pour le début, donc ça va être une interview en anglais. Essayez de faire un effort pour rester s'il vous plaît, mais on va faire de mon mieux. So I was saying, hello everyone, I will speak only in English today. That will be the first time ever for me doing this, so I gotta say it's a little bit of stress. My English isn't perfect, but I hope you will still enjoy it. So today I'm receiving Lawlaleyshon. Hello Lola, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks a lot for being with me today. I really appreciate it. It's
All
very
right.
nice
Thank
of
you for
you.
inviting
I
me.
really didn't know if you would accept it because, like, having a French streamer interviewing you, that's quite odd, I should say. But yeah, no. So thanks a lot to doing this.
Happy to be here.
Oh, great. Hello, Lenny Moore. Hello, everyone. For the chat, you may ask her some questions during the chat. Will the 15 last minutes that will be for your questions, but you can still write questions during the interview. Maybe we'll read it, maybe not, but we'll see. Someone is saying I'm amazing. Oh, thank you. My English, I guess. Anyway, Lola, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay. So my name is my real name is Laura. But on Twitch I go as Lawlaleyshon or just Lawla. I'm 29 years old and I live in a town called Pontypridd in South Wales in the UK. I make my living from streaming part time. I also work as a personal assistant for my sister-in-law who has Down syndrome. So we do a lot of just sort of going out places, going to the cinema, bowling, shopping, that kind of stuff. Just sort of like just somebody. It's an assistant. It's basically just like a chaperone for her, so she's got someone to go with, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Should I just go through? Do you want me to just go through the questions that you gave me?
Yeah, maybe more about yourself, except for streaming and this what you're doing with your sister.
Okay.
Hello. Maybe do you have some more hobbies, or are you just into video games, or do you like something else? Like really?
Yeah, but I think yeah, video games is like a big thing for me. I've been playing video games since I was a kid, and pretty much any free time I get, I'm usually sat at the computer playing games. Which is it's nice, but I do sometimes think that I spend too much time on the PC. Especially like I try when the weather is nice. I do try to get out and do some things. I do like gardening as well. I do like gardening, but I think that's mostly because I just don't like mess and things look messy, and gardens have a terrible habit of growing very fast. So I think it's more of a thing of making sure everything looks nice rather than actually enjoying the gardening. But yeah, apart from gaming, gardening, I do enjoy cooking as well. Bit of a love-hate relationship with cooking. Sometimes cooking is something I really want to do, and I like sort of finding out new recipes and cooking all different stuff and new things. And then other times it's a nightmare, and I just do. Especially when you've had a long day and you're tired.
Yeah,
the last thing you want to do is to cook. And because as well, I've got celiac disease, which means I can't eat gluten. So there's lots of things as well that I can't eat, and it's difficult as well sometimes living with somebody who can eat gluten, because you try and cook things that both of you like, that both of you can eat, just to make things easier. But yeah.
Well, actually, I have also gluten intolerance.
Oh,
which
really?
is not nice.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I think it caught me when I was maybe 10 years ago, something like this. And yeah, actually, I'd rather eat something I shouldn't and having some stomach problems.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
it's not really, yeah, it's not the best, but I really just love eating so much, and I don't know, pasta, pizzas and stuff. So I'd rather eat and be sick than not eat at all. Because yeah,
Yeah.
you have some substitute products, like gluten-free products, that are coming, but it's just not the same.
It's not the same. It's
Yeah,
really not the
yeah,
same. Like
no.
the pasta isn't so bad, but the
Pasta
bread,
isn't
I've
so
not
bad. Yeah, the
found
bread is no, that's the worst.
the bread is not good. The
Even if you
bread,
toast it, you can't possibly eat it. Yeah,
yeah,
no.
yeah, I know. But hey ho.
What kind of cuisine do you like? Like French cooking, Italian,
Think my
Asian?
favorite, yeah, Asian food. I cook a
Mm,
lot of curries. I did like a lot of noodles, but there's only the rice noodles I can eat now.
mm-hmm.
But I'm not really picky, to be honest. I will eat pretty much anything that you put in front of me. Like I am a literal bin. If it's edible, I'll probably eat it. Yeah, but yeah, I do like French cuisine is pretty nice. There's a restaurant that used to be open. I'm quite disappointed actually because with COVID, unfortunately, they went out of business. But there was a
Oh,
French restaurant I used to go to in Cardiff, and it was so lovely there.
oh, really?
Really, really nice, and I'm really sad that it's gone because it was one of my favorite restaurants. But yeah.
What would you eat there? Because so I think personally French cuisine it's like known as one of the best in the world, but like the everyday cooking in France, I don't think that's that good. I really prefer Italian cooking, for instance. So maybe in a restaurant that's better. But what would you eat in a French restaurant?
I usually go for the steak and frites.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta be honest. That
that's
is
the best.
yeah,
That's a safe
yeah,
choice. No
yeah.
snails, no
That's my
frogs.
go-to. Oh, no. So I had the choice of eating frogs and snails when I went to France on a school trip when I was about 14.
Mm-hmm.
And all week, like, we knew we went on the Monday and we were leaving on the Friday. And all week I knew like we were gonna have frogs legs and snails on the Friday. And all week I was like, I'm gonna try them, I'm gonna try them, I'm gonna try them. And when it got to the day, I saw them and I was just no. I was determined, and then I just at the very last second
No, I think
no.
so. When you eat frogs, actually, you can't even notice that's frogs if no one is telling you. That could be it could be chicken sticks or
Yeah, lots of people have told me it tastes like chicken, but I
yeah.
think it was just I couldn't get past the thought of oh gosh.
But snails they're really tasty. So you can so when you eat snails, you know you are eating snails.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I don't really like it actually. Even for French guy, no, it's not the best. Someone asking you, what do you think about Food Wars? If you know it, that's an anime. That's been on Netflix.
Oh, I've not seen it.
What that's how I put it? That's yeah an anime about food. Of course, like a young guy was working in a restaurant but like not a fancy restaurant but some shop.
Mm.
And he's going this in this super fancy school, and he also was to prove that it's not he's a real cook and stuff. And yeah, there's a lot of fan service in it, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I'll have to look that up. I'm looking for new things to watch all the time, so yeah, I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, no, food was it's fine. Anyway, Lola, maybe we'll stop about food. It's been 10 minutes already. It's really great to talk about food, but let's say we're not here for this. Could you tell us a little more about your Twitch channel?
Okay, so Twitch channel. So I started streaming, and this is probably going to sound really strange now, but I only started streaming because I found out it was a thing. I didn't know there was a dedicated website that you could go on and just go live and play games. I had no idea about it. And then as soon as I found out about it, I was kind of like, I want to do this. I want to have a go. I'd never watched any streamers beforehand. I didn't really know like the whole like etiquette or like what you're supposed to do. I just wanted. I think it was more for me. I wanted to share with people
Mm-hmm.
my love of games and my hobbies. And I think as well, I've always sort of I think I wanted to make friends as well was a big thing, because I've never really had friends that have really been big into gaming. Like, I've had friends who've been like casual gamers and stuff, but they've never, I'll happily sit inside all day on a Saturday and forego going out to shops and seeing people to sit and play games. And I've never had any friends that have been like that. They've sort of played games when they've had the time to, but I make time to play games, kind of thing.
That's
and
different.
it was just nice to finally find people that had the same mentality as me. Because I think I don't know. I always had like the thing of maybe people thought I was a bit odd or a bit like strange that I would pass up social events and all this, that, and the other to just sit and play games all day. So I think that was one of the things that made me want to stream as well, to find more like-minded people. But I think I've stuck with streaming only because I know you've had the same. It's very up and down, lots of dips and troughs. But I think the thing that keeps me going is that it's the only thing that I've ever done, work-wise or hobby-wise, that I've consistently enjoyed and put effort into. Like, I've tried so many different sort of jobs and like doing freelance. I wanted to be a freelance writer not too long ago, and I thought that was the thing I wanted to do. And I think Twitch is the only thing I've actually sort of kept going with. Yeah, I think there's always something new to learn. I mean, I think there's always something new to learn in any job, but this was something that it just felt right. It felt like it was meant for me. I meant to do it, kind of thing.
I see. I totally see what you mean. So when did you discover it then, and how?
So it was I think it was 20. I think I've had my channel since 2018. But it wasn't until it wasn't until probably around about this time last year that I started streaming properly. Like, definite schedule, 3 times a week kind of thing. But it was actually my husband Chris who told me about Twitch, and he was like, "Oh, there's this website you can go on and blah blah blah," and I was like. And like Chris, he's very techie. He does computer sciencey stuff. I don't quite know what he does. He does programming. He's very good with computers. And I was just like, you need to set this up for me so I can do this, because this sounds awesome. So yeah, I kind of just got into it that way. Just saw it as a way to play games, but still feel as if I was being productive at the same time, I guess. I think that was it as well. But yeah. But so yeah, I've had it since 3 years I've been streaming, but on and off for the first 2, and then this last year has been where I've really put a lot of time and thought and energy in it. Mostly because I've had the time to do it. Because I basically when COVID hit, one of my jobs. I gave up one of my jobs. I was working full time, but 2 part-time jobs.
2 parts. So you gave up one.
So I gave up the one because it was in school with a little 4-year-old kid, and because I was looking after my disabled sister at the time. Well, I still do. I kind of thought, well, I'm not sure if this is really the safest thing to do, to be going into a school 2 days a week and then going and caring for my sister-in-law. It was just seemed like a disaster waiting to happen, to be honest. So I was like a perfect opportunity to sort of really make a good effort in streaming and make sure that I had a good start with it, and see where it led me, kind of thing. And it's going really, really well. It's going really well. I'm really lucky that my husband earns a decent living, so we can manage me only working part-time.
Oh, so he's supportive regarding this.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, which I'm really thankful for. I mean, that's what being married is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Being supporting each other, and there was a time before, like 8-9 years ago, where I was the one who had the more money because I was the one that was working and
And it
all
was
this,
a
that, and the other.
student.
So I was the one to help when
The hustle, yeah.
the other way around. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, now I really thought you started like May last year. So I had no idea you started in 2018, but
Yeah.
no, it takes some time and effort.
Yeah.
To
I
do
think
it.
I think as well, I think a lot of people who see, big streamers or people who stream, on a set schedule every week, I don't think a lot of, unless they do it themselves, they don't realize how much time and effort it takes to actually do these kinds of things. Like I say I would spend, I stream 18 hours a week now. I stream. I would say I spend at least 5 or 6 hours a week just prepping and promoting and doing all that sort of stuff. And that isn't even counting the times I'm in other people's streams to support them and make connections and all that sort of stuff. So
I see.
I would say between everything, like I between Twitch and my part-time job, I'm easily working like 45, 50 hours a week.
So do
I
you
think
consider it? Do you consider it now as a job actually?
I think because I'm not making a full. My goal is to eventually. Well, my short-term goal at the moment is to eventually get it to the point where I'm making part-time wage on there. I mean, don't get me. I am making. I'm making enough money at the moment. I'm getting a payout every month. But it's not enough. It's not as much as I was making in my job before.
Of course.
But I do eventually want to get it to part-time. But I don't know. I don't think I'd consider it as a job now at this moment in time. I think when it gets to the point where I am making money off it, I think it will feel more like it's my job. I mean, I do treat it like a job. I mean, I don't take days off from streaming willy-nilly. Like I always sort of plan when I'm going to take days off. I mean, sometimes I'm not very well and I need to take a day off or whatever, but I've never sort of woke up in the morning and thought, I can't be bothered to stream today. I'm not going to do it. I've always sort of, there are days where I'm sort of like, could do with not streaming today. But, everyone has that with their job and you can't just say, I don't want to come today.
Of course.
You can't. So I guess, I suppose in a way I do see it as a job. I think I just find it so fun that I don't feel like it's the job then.
And do you also play outside your stream?
Oh yeah.
Really? You still do? But it's
not
the same.
Yeah, I try and not play the games that apart from my real favorite games. I'll play on stream and off stream. But I try and keep some games that are just for me, and I don't stream those games. So then when I am playing them, I'm not I don't feel like I'm at work then. I'm not having to be entertaining. I'm just sat here playing. I mean, some games I play, and I'm sat there like gormless, just like no one's gonna watch that, But
so
some games I need that sort of just, insane concentration on a game,
Of course.
So
that's great. Could you also tell me a little more about Boogie Moustache?
Yes. So Boogie Moustache. So initially, Boogie Moustache was started by myself, my husband, my brother-in-law, and a few of our friends. And basically, the whole premise of it, first of all, was that we wanted to make, the group Rooster Teeth.
No.
You heard of Rooster Teeth?
No, I don't.
They're a big. There's a group of them. I'm not quite sure how many they are. They're quite big. They're American, and they're just a gaming group where they, stream games and play games and put videos up on YouTube and stuff, and
stuff like this,
yeah. they're pretty big. They're pretty big. I mean, they've had movies in the cinema
Oh, really?
that have been made.
Oh, so
They're a
that
big
big.
thing.
Mm.
And so we had this dream of being like Rooster Teeth. It was pretty much my brother-in-law was really the biggest thing of this.
Is that
I
Rob?
won this. Bobble Frog, yes.
Yeah,
Robbie, yes,
Robbie.
yeah.
How is he actually? I'm
He was,
sorry, just short
yeah,
question.
he's good. He's good. He's been missing in action for a little while, hasn't he? Because him and Rhea have moved house. He's hoping the next couple of weeks they can get back streaming.
Yeah, I've heard this, but yeah, that was like 2 or 3 months ago. So I thought, yeah, how long
Yeah,
could it be to just moving place?
yeah. Well, they moved in about a fortnight, 3 weeks ago now, I think. So I think once they get their internet sorted, because you know what it's like when you move and the internet's all gobbledygook, and yeah, so they'll hopefully be coming back soon. Fingers crossed, because I miss watching them as well. I do. Usually got them on in the evening when I'm playing my games.
Well, actually, to be very honest, Rob and Ria and you're my two favorites among this group.
Oh,
No, that's true. And well, the first person I saw that I was really randomly, that was the Bumblebee, the Tumblebee.
Yes, Tumblebee. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, she's my best friend in real life. So
And
she is good.
She was great, and she has such a nice voice too. Yeah, she has a great voice, really.
She does.
Just like hearing her, that felt so great. And then she told me about this group, and yeah, that was really my I think my second day watching Twitch. I was not even streaming at the time, and yeah, no, I was really glad I found you guys at the time. But to be true honest, when I couldn't stay really in an English community because I'm streaming in French, so that was the problem, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But I still enjoy to sing you and Rob and Ria and also Tumblebee, but she never streams or no.
Yeah, Tumblebee, bless her. She's got a lot on at the moment. She's doing a nursing degree and she's working. So I think she probably only has about 3 hours a day where she hasn't got work to do. Bless her.
Well,
so
yeah, sure. That's
she's
understandable.
pretty full on. Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can't really watch. I try to watch you, but it's always when I'm walking, so it's not it's not the best for me. Because no, I should do also work. But yeah, I always try to when I see you and see the Twitch notice. Yeah, say,
yeah.
Great.
I gotta say, I'm so jealous of people who can watch people while they work, because I can't. Like, if I'm working at the PC doing something, I can't have like anything on. I gotta have quiet. I can't concentrate. So whenever I feel really bad sometimes. So a lot of the time, I'll watch someone for like 10 minutes, and I gotta go now because I gotta go and do video editing. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I feel a bit. I lurk and whatever, but I can't actually listen to them. Like I literally can't concentrate. So bad. I've always been the same though. Any sort of noise on when I'm doing something I need to concentrate on, I can't do it. Can't do it.
That makes sense. Well, I'm working on office, so basically I can work naked and do whatever. I'm not doing it because if I'm not dressed, I can't work. Even if I'm home, I have to be dressed. Like, it's like a weird feeling if I don't get dressed. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I'm the same. I find like even getting up early makes the entire day different.
That's true.
Even if I'm up for the same amount of hours, if I get up late one day, I feel like I've wasted the day already. Whereas if I'm up early, it's like I feel so productive, even though I might have done the same amount of things on the day that I got up late. The early start just makes all the difference. It's very strange. Very strange.
Yeah. I'm sorry I interrupted you about Boogie Moustache. So you were telling us the story about how your husband and Rob started it.
Yeah, so this was so it was probably about 2 or 3. It must have been 3 years ago. I think I can't remember if I had my channel first before we started. I think we started pretty much around the same time. I think we all sort of started channels and the Boogie Moustache channel all around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But when we first started Boogie Moustache, we would just stream to that channel. So although I had an account since 2018, I didn't really stream on it. Like I did like the odd stream, but everything was just done through that channel. But when we first started, like I think if we went back to it now, it'd be completely different. It'd be so
Of
much
course.
easier.
Mm-hmm.
But when we first started, we had absolutely no idea what we were doing. We were sort of just like we didn't sort of, there was very minimal sort of promotion of the channel and interaction with the street with the viewers, and we were basically just filming ourselves playing games, which we're not professional gamers. I mean, I know that there's some professional gamers, like people who are very good at Overwatch, and they don't really talk, but they're so good at the game that that is the entertainment. Whereas, we were rubbish playing random games, and we were just having a laugh, basically, which, it gets some viewers in. You get, 6, 7 people, 8 maybe, but there was never... We'd never see the same people coming back time and time again. A lot of the time,
Yeah, no, I see. And actually, when I came last year, like in May last year, there was only like 50 members or 50 to 100 members, and then it just expand.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's been quite insane, and I think we're actually enjoying it more as a community group rather than just these are like the 5 or 6 people who are the group, and you can come and watch. I think all of us in the group, we've all made like really lovely friendships, and it's been really nice. I think as well. I think it started at the perfect time as well, because we went into lockdown and nobody could go anywhere. It was nice to be able to still chat to people and get to know different people, because whenever I go out, if I go down the pub or what have you, I'm gonna meet someone I don't know, and it's nice to talk to someone you don't know.
Of course.
But when you can't go anywhere, you can't do that. So you're talking to the same people all the time, and I got nothing against talking to the same people all the time, but it does get it's like, well, I spoke to you yesterday. What am I supposed to talk to you about today? You know everything that I'm gonna this happened. So it is nice to talk to new people. It's been really nice. It's been really nice.
So how many members now by Boogie Moustache?
I think there's over... I'm gonna have a double check now. I think there might be over 200, although I could be, or maybe 120. Let me check. Yeah, 210 members. Wow, we're quite a lot.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And your channel, how much now?
My channel, we have I think it's 1,100 something. I don't know. It's a big number, but it's kind of I kind of don't, because once you get 1K, it doesn't count every single one on your Twitch channel thing. It just says like 1.1K, which is kind of nice. But then it's kind of like, well, I want to know exactly how many followers I've got as well. It's like, oh, okay.
So how much would you say you got new followers on each stream? You have like a 5 people, 10 people average?
It varies. I would say a normal day is probably 8 followers. I've had highs of up to about 15 sometimes, which is just like insane to me. Wow. But yeah, I it's funny how you sort of like progress through. Like there was times where I'd go weeks and I wouldn't get a follower, whereas now, like I get a bit sort of like, oh, what did I do wrong today if I don't get 4 or 5 followers in the stream, So it's insane how your mindset changes. But then I've got to sort of think back as well to this time last year, I think I tweeted the other day actually. I think it was I think it might have been the 1st of May actually. So exactly a month ago today. I checked my stats from a year ago on the 1st of May. So it would have been 1st of May 2020, and I had something like 200 and something followers. So to go from 200 followers to over 1,000 in a year,
So yeah,
it's kind of
almost
like
100 a month.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Pretty insane. I didn't think that would ever happen, that I would get
No, I think
as many as that.
I think you totally deserve it. Because your stream is great, and it's really nice watching you streaming.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
No, I think you really got all what it takes to be even more popular. But yeah, let's hope for you. All right. So now, let's talk about video games. Do you remember your first ever contact with a video game? Like, what was the first game you played?
I can't remember the first game I played. Like my dad is into gaming as well.
Oh.
But we never sort of had. So we didn't have a PC or a games console until I was 9. So before then, like I knew about games, and like my dad had a friend who lived the other side of the road. When I was a really really little baby, who had a Commodore 64. And my dad would go over there to play on the Commodore 64 with his neighbour, but then the neighbours moved away, and then my dad was sad. It was like, oh no,
that's
like
crazy.
Commodore 64.
Yeah, that's crazy, because that's Commodore 64. That's much older than you.
Yeah.
Because there was the Genesis was already here, I think, when you were like 29 years old. Yes. Or the NES, or so. Why was he playing still Commodore 64?
Well, I don't know. I guess that's what you had. That's what you liked, I guess.
That makes sense anyway. Yeah.
Well, but my first, I think the first memory I have of gaming, is probably it was my 9th Christmas. I was 9 years old, and I didn't ask for it, and my parents bought me a PlayStation, PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1.
And
nice.
I remember opening. There was a lot that they always did this thing where they'd save the best present, your big present, for last, and I'd opened everything else, and they said, "Oh, what's that down there? There's a present down there." And I was like, "Oh, what's this now?" So I opened it all up, and I immediately saw PlayStation. I was so excited, so excited. But I think what stuck in my mind the most was, it was just so funny because my younger sibling, so there's nearly 5 years between me and my younger sibling, and they were excited. They were jumping up and down because I was jumping up and down and excited. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And they were like, "Hooray!" And they're like, "What is it?" They were just excited because I was excited. I think that's why it stuck in my head. Just like, you don't even know what it is. It's like, yeah, but you're excited, so it must be good, kind of thing. And that used to make that makes me laugh when I think of it. I can still like picture it in my head, like that exact moment, just like, oh, just like, I don't know what it is. Hilarious, so funny.
And what was the first game on your PlayStation you had, or did you have a couple of games already with it?
Oh yeah, we got a couple. The games I remember playing are Crash Team Racing was one, which is still a favorite of mine.
Really?
Spyro the Dragon.
Spyro the Dragon, yeah.
And Tomb Raider is one I played as well.
Tomb Raider, like first one?
Yeah, one? the first one. But I was really bad at it, so I had never had like any sort of experience with games or anything before. And I kept drowning in the swimming pool in your house in the tutorial level.
The tutorial. That's the best part.
And I just didn't know, like,
But
I kept
to be
doing it.
fair, that was really hard controlling it. So especially if you were playing it now, it would feel so,
Yeah.
not
I'd like
bad,
to.
but weird.
We'll go with that excuse that it was very hard to control.
Mm.
But yeah, I think I got like I don't know, like a level or two into the game, and then I was just stuck, and I didn't know what to do. Asked my dad, "Dad, help! Like I'm stuck. I don't know where I'm supposed to go." He didn't know either, and this was before the time that you would go online and look it up. So that was it. He was stuck. Can't play that game now.
No,
Nobody
you
knows.
could buy the guidebooks.
Could have bought the guidebooks, but I didn't know there was guidebooks. And when I was 9, I didn't really have the money to buy a guidebook, so it was just like, oh well, I can't.
Yeah.
No, finish. I mean, I did prefer Spyro and Crash Team Racing, to be fair. So, you know, I played Spyro to death, absolute death. I had the second one. I didn't actually play the first one first. I played the second one first,
Mm.
and I don't know. I think I must have completed it on that PlayStation like 5 times. Well, I just used to replay it over and over. But I loved it. I loved Spyro. I still like Spyro now. Like I bought the Reignite trilogy. I still haven't finished it yet though, which is kind of shocking. It's because I've got such a huge amount of games now. It's finding the time to actually play them all, which is, you know, such a first world problem. But yeah, it's like, how are you going to play all these games? I haven't got enough time.
No, but no, I think that's great. We have too many games now, but you know, society, globalization. That's it's just the way it is. I've never played Spyro. No, I think I tried Spyro, but when it came out, I think I was maybe 18 or 20. So I was a little old to play it. So
Yeah, I think
I may have tried it because I think my brother had it. But yeah, that's also, that's a.
Yeah, I
It's a
think
purple
unless you had
dragon.
Spyro, like from the time you were like 12 and younger, I think you were probably out of the range of playing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was out in 99 or 98 something, or maybe can't remember. Maybe someone knows it in the chat, but yeah. So Spyro was so PlayStation. That was your first gaming experience. Now, can you tell us what was the game you played the most?
The game I played the most is definitely The Sims 2. It's got to be The Sims 2. I don't know how many hours I've put into that. It must be 3,000-4,000 hours, probably.
Oh man,
ridiculous amounts. Yeah, that is practically from the time it came out. I think I was like 13 to the time I was like 70. That is pretty much the game I played all the time. Didn't play anything else. Always that, or Roller Coaster Tycoon was another one I used to play a lot. I still play that now. I love Roller
Coaster Tycoon 3, I suppose.
So that would be so the first one. I was the Roller Coaster Tycoon, the first one. So that came out in 2000. So I would have been 9 when it came out. I think I was probably 10 before we had it. But yeah, that was another one I used to play all of the time. Wow. Terrible.
Yeah, I really loved Roller Coaster Tycoon as well. But I was more playing before. I was playing Theme Park, and then
Theme Park, yeah.
Then I switched to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and the third one was so great because you had two extensions like the Soaked and maybe Zoo Tycoon. No, not Zoo Tycoon, but something with animals.
Yeah, there was something. I think Zoo Tycoon was like
there was Zoo Tycoon, but there was another game. But there was an extension for Roller Coaster Tycoon with animals, but I don't remember.
Oh really? I don't know about that one. I'll have to have a look at that because I think I played a little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, but I didn't play a whole lot of it. I was more
to me that was the best of. So there's a fourth one now, but it's not good at all.
That's I haven't even seen it.
It was just it was only on stream, but the reviews on stream they were just so bad. And no, anyone switched to what's the name of this game? I forgot the name. It's a great game. Planet Coaster, I think.
Yes, I played that as well. I've played that. Pretty
That's
much,
great.
if you've got to build a park, I've probably played it.
Also,
Pretty much.
maybe some theme hospitals, other
Yeah.
tycoon games.
Theme Hospital's up there as well. Again, another game I really, really love, but I've never finished because I feel that I get bored. I lose it. I'm not interested. I don't lose interest. I think I've got a very low attention span, so I'll play something for a while and then I just forget about it. And then I'll just start again. Instead of going back to where I was, I'll start again and I...
It's like reading a book from yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I find it very difficult to finish a book as well. Honestly, most of my life is just half finished things. Honestly.
Well, maybe read the 2 first chapters and then the end.
What was that?
Maybe read the 2 first chapters and then the end.
Yeah, just get the whole vibe of the book, and yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, that's it. So Sims 2. So you were you? Could you play online on Sims 2 at the time?
No, it was all just single player. But I think I enjoy the Sims 2 the most because I had the first Sims when I think I was like 9 or 10. It was when we first bought our first computer. We had the Sims back when we paid like £1,000 for. I don't know. It was probably as probable as like a microwave is now. Like it was rubbish. It was absolute rubbish. But that's how much they were back then. 20 years ago, they cost the earth and were rubbish. Yeah, I remember my dad brought home the Sims, the first Sims game, and he let me stay up and wait for it to be installed. It used to take hours and hours to install games. And I remember just being like, "Oh my gosh, I can control people on the computer." I thought it was like the best thing. I thought it was so good. And then the jump from The Sims 1 to The Sims 2 was so massive that the gameplay and the graphics and everything about it was just such a huge jump that I was just in love with The Sims. And I just when The Sims 2 came out, I couldn't imagine it getting any better than that. I thought, this is it. This is like the pinnacle of gaming. It's never gonna get any better than this. And then
I thought the same with Genesis. It couldn't be better, but yeah, I was so wrong.
Yeah,
but no, that's true. At the time, like in the early 2000s, there was such a huge gap between generations that really, I saw since the Xbox 360 and PS3 and PS3, like the gap is really. There's no gap anymore. It's better, but it's not that much better. But no, at the time there was still like this.
Yeah. But I still got I still got my my original Sims.
Oh, nice! I
still have it. It's it's in there. I've kept that.
Yeah, the blue CD.
Yeah, and I've also got a
oh wow!
item, a little, well, it's not a little, a townhouse with the discs in, because it came on 4 discs. I mean, it needed a whole tin to keep it all in. So yeah, I thought, I looked at these the other day. Well, I say the other day, maybe like last year. So I thought, these are probably worth
that's
so
a
much
very nice
now.
item.
And they're really not that. They're not. I think they're selling for like, I don't know, £20.
Oh really?
And I was like, oh really? It's all
So it's not a collectible item.
I mean, I think it's like it says inside. Actually, let me see. There's a number on it. It says it's like one on
limited edition, 1 on 5 million.
It's a limited edition. It says on there, if you can see. But let me have a look inside. I'm sure there's a number on it that says it's number 1 of whatever, if I can find it. If it's on, I got a certificate somewhere in here.
Oh.
Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so it's limited. So there's 80,000 made.
Well,
so I've got number 7,221 out of 80,000. So I expect, I don't think everyone has kept
but
theirs.
PC games, It's like DVDs. It's not collectible anymore.
No,
No one cares.
no. It's the same with. Did you ever collect Beanie Babies?
No.
No. Oh, did you know about Beanie Babies?
I think I know, but that's not very popular in France.
Oh really? Oh gosh, they were everywhere here, and I bought loads, thinking they'd be worth like so much money when I was older, and they probably sell for as much as I bought them for.
Maybe less.
Yeah, probably less. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
there was kind of a My Little Pony trend for maybe a decade. Like they
Hmm.
were so popular, and also Action Man figures stuff.
Yeah. Oh, My Little Pony. I liked My Little Pony.
Or
I like My Little Pony.
I remember also He-Man figures. They were worth a lot of money. Or
Yeah.
Action America. No, what's his name? Yeah, I don't remember. But no, this many things. Yeah, mini bunnies. That's not popular here. We don't
Hmm.
receive all your crap in France. A lot of it, but not everything.
You've got your own crap.
Well, we do. And maybe that's crappier than yours.
Well,
Well, and that's good. I know that's everyone that's just the same pop culture now, but fortunately there's still a little
yeah.
specificities between countries. And it's nice to save, but yeah, not the
Yeah.
best thing. So now, can you tell us your absolute favorite game ever? Is that The Sims 2 as well?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
definitely going to be The Sims 2. I mean, when I look at the ones that have come after, like The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, like they have improved on some areas, but then I mean, especially The Sims 4, there's so much hate for The Sims 4 at the moment. They're trying desperately, the Sims team, to put out new content and new gameplay for it, and they just falling short like all of the time. They sort of do like half a job, and the entire Sims community is just like losing their minds because they're just like, we're asking for this, and you're giving us stuff that we're not even asking for, and they just. I mean, at the end of the day, they are just trying to make money.
Well, it's
they are
still
just trying to
popular.
make money. And I mean, I think that they're trying to. There's talks. I mean, there is eventually going to be a Sims 5. I don't know when that's going to be, but there's some really good, really good life Sims coming out that are not The Sims. I really do think that the Sims team need to make Sims 5 to be something special. Otherwise, people are not going to buy it,
Well,
and they're going to buy the competitors.
Of course, like for Roller Coaster Tycoon, they will go on
Yeah.
podcast day. That will be the same, but maybe that's because it's not Maxis anymore editing in. That's Electronic Arts.
Yeah.
Could be a reason.
I mean,
not sure.
Could be the reason. Could be the reason. And we know what Electronic Arts are like with making money. Unless they're making it, they're not happy. So.
Yeah. But no, to be honest, I've played Sims 4. I enjoy it. I still like it. But I'm not obsessed with it. I just play it from time to time.
Yeah. I definitely haven't played Sims 3 and Sims 4 as much as I played Sims 2. And I don't think that's the case of. I don't think it's really a case of time constraint. Like it's not that I am with the time to. It's just that there's more exciting things to play. I think, or maybe it might be a bit of that. That when The Sims 2 was out, that there wasn't really a whole lot of. Although saying that, no, that's a big lie. There was great games out in 2000. So I think I think they did The Sims 2 and peaked. And then it just went downhill from there, I think. Like, The Sims 3 isn't bad. I think in some respects, I think The Sims 3 is better than The Sims 4.
That's the one I like the less, to be honest. The Sims 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I really. But to be fair, I think I had it on Xbox and not on PC.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my ex-girlfriends bought it and gave it to me. And I was, thanks, but it's not designed for. It's not the same.
Yes, some games are just not meant for console. I don't think they just don't translate well. Like the City Skylines games are on console as well, and I just can't imagine playing that on console. Like,
No.
I know people do. I know people make amazing cities on console in City Skylines, but I don't know. I feel like unless you've got a mouse where you can point and click
Yeah, no,
for some
it's
certain
really,
games,
really
it
not
just
the sense.
doesn't. Yeah, it's
And you
odd.
don't have mods and anything. Well, you don't need mods on Sims actually. You have the cheat codes and stuff. But yeah, definitely not the Sims. Have you ever streamed Sims 2?
I think a long, long time ago I did. I think when I first started the channel, I did. I would like to stream it again. The only issue with it is that because the resolution is so bad of the Sims.
Is it 720 or is it 540?
I think it's 720. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 720.
It's not that
And I
bad.
find because I stream with dual screen as well, when I have both screens up, it doesn't know where to go. So it kind of like it comes up, but then it thinks, well, am I to go to this screen or to this screen? And then it just minimizes itself. So if I want to play, I have to turn off my second screen, which, isn't. I mean, I suppose I could just turn it off and look at chat on my phone, but I don't know. I mean, I had the same issue with The Sims 3. The Sims 3 did exactly the same, where it couldn't work out where it was supposed to be and just completely minimize. Like, I can't play The Sims 3 unless my other screen is off, which is really bizarre. Well, there's a lot of old games that are hard to stream. Like, I've tried to stream Roller Coaster Tycoon before, and like unless you want to see, a core of the screen is just the game, then it's so difficult to actually stream it because the resolution just doesn't translate well.
Also, what's important is that, like, you want to play, you want to stream in, but maybe that no one will come or less people will come if you stream this game or another game that's not popular, and there's always this risk.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'd never not stream a game because it has low viewers or whatever, but I don't think I think it's fine to stream games that are going to get low viewers when you're first starting out. But I think if, like, say, I don't know, and I think if you're a really big streamer and, you've got like 200 or 300 people in, like, consistently, I think if you stream like a game that doesn't usually get a lot of views in, I still think people will come. I think it's when you're in that middle zone of more than a starter but not a big streamer. It's really sort of you've really got to stick to the games that will bring in the viewers, because otherwise people aren't gonna stick around for some stuff.
Yeah, they will go to the next streamer who is playing their game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like this. Anyway, do you have something to add about video games, or can we go to the next session?
I think we could go to the next section.
Yeah, good. Good. So, about movies, I asked you if you had favorite movies. Do you have really one favorite movie, or maybe more?
It's hard. It's hard to
Yeah,
pick,
it's
really.
impossible to pick.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not a big movie. I enjoy movies. I do enjoy movies, but I'm not a real big movie buff. Like, I never sort of. I would go to the cinema to see a film that I like the look of. I'd never go and see a film because it's critically acclaimed or they've had X amount of Oscars. Like, that doesn't interest me. I don't care about any Oscars or anything else. If it looks entertaining to me, I will go watch it. But I would say, so I wouldn't say I've got a favorite film, but my favorite kind of films are action films. I really like the Marvel films. I think the Marvel films are probably my favorite films to watch. I wouldn't say they're my favorite films. I don't think I've got a favorite film, but I do like the Marvel films. So there's, when I was about 15, I did really like V for Vendetta. V for Vendetta was a real favorite of mine for a while, and I even had
the DVD.
I bought
the mask.
I did. I bought the mask, and I bought the mask before it was, a thing to have the mask.
It really it looks like the mask from La Casa de Papel.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's the Spanish title. La Casa de Papel. I don't know if you translate it in English, but it's such a popular show over the world. It's from people robbing a Spanish bank.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know the title in English. I'm sorry, but it will be the House of Paper, the House of Money. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't even heard of that.
But that's so great. That's on Netflix everywhere. If you have Netflix, really watch the Casa de Papel.
I'll have to look at that as well.
So great, but really so great, like crazy.
I'm gonna have to write a list of all these shows you're suggesting.
And the robbers, they also put this mask. I think that's really like quite the same, and they have hostages. So in order that when they come out, people don't shoot, the police don't shoot them, they will put also this mask to the hostages, and then they don't know who's out. And then clever.
Very clever, very, very clever. So yeah, I actually had that mask before it was kind of an internet thing. I paid next to nothing for it, and now I could probably sell it for quite a lot if I wanted to. I'm not going to, because I like it. I actually dressed up in this. We had a charity week in school when I was like 17, or I think I was 17, and I wore this with a big long black coat and a top hat, and nobody knew it was me, and it was great fun. It was great fun. Everyone thought it was a boy dressed up. I was like, no, it's me.
The little
It was
Lawla.
really funny. Me. Again, probably why people thought I was weird in school, but whatever. But no, I think I've never really been into films that are. I've never liked rom-coms, like romantic comedies.
Really?
To me,
You don't like Nothing Ill or Love Actually?
No, Love Actually. I mean Love Actually. I can understand why people like it. It's just not. It's not for me. It's not for me. Like I like some films that I like Sleeper, like classic ones, like Sleepers in Seattle is a nice film, but I wouldn't say I enjoy. I'd never sit down and watch it. If I was going to watch a film, I wouldn't say, oh, let's watch Sleepless in Seattle, because no, I want something in it where there's fighting and death and that kind of. Yeah, I don't know. It's just that's
so.
My
If
thing.
I may say, you got more like boys' tastes.
Yeah, I'm not into rom-coms. Like they just.
Well, I'm
boring.
totally into rom-com actually. But like really.
I don't like them.
Like,
See, we
I
did though. We swapped what we should.
Yeah.
Our things. Yeah, no, that's just. What rom-com do you like then? What's your favorite sort of? What would you say is your favorite rom-com?
Let me. Well, I love so much rom-coms, but yeah, Love Actually. I love Love Actually, and Dirty Dancing. And
never seen Dirty Dancing. Never seen it.
No.
I know.
No.
Terrible. The shame. I've never seen
on
it.
you.
I know.
Yeah, that's actually that's an English guy doing this film, not Dirty Dancing, of course, but like Love Actually, and it's what's his name? Curtis, maybe? I'm not sure.
Oh,
And like for weddings and the funeral, it's also the same guy. And
yeah, I can't.
I
Yeah,
think that's
I know what you mean.
That's Curtis. I forgot his name. That's not Tony Curtis because he's an actor. And I'm not sure. What?
No, it's lost me.
Anyway, it's not about me.
Although I do have to say, in Love Actually, I love the part where he gives the necklace to the other woman, and his wife is so sad. That does get me. I don't know. I would have removed his downstairs for doing that. Like,
well, I thought he was an asshole.
Oh yeah, like.
Oh yeah, I was so disappointed. Do that?
Oh, and she just
Yeah,
I'll never forgive him for that.
pour him.
I know. Never forgive him for that.
Well, he's dead now, so.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't him. It was his character. Oh, poor Alan Rickman.
Poor Alan Rickman.
He's a great actor, but
he was so great. He was so
He
great.
was.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I heard he was dead, I was kind of moved.
Yeah. There was a year where like 2019, there was just everyone was just.
Yeah, that was
There
crazy.
was lots of people that were
No,
just.
I think that was 2017, 18.
Was it 2017? I know there was a couple of there was.
Yeah, that was
Just
crazy.
seems like everyone was just it was bizarre.
Like the David Bowie, and then there was
Yeah.
that was crazy. But this year we're fine. There's only the COVID, but
Yeah.
among other things.
Yeah.
And Lola, do you have a guilty pleasure movie?
Well, I've only ever watched it once. I remember when I went to see it that it sort of stayed with me for a long time. And whenever someone says to me, what's a film that you like that no one would think you would ever like? And it's The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Have you seen it?
I don't even know what it is.
So the basic story of it is that there's these 4 friends. And it's going to be their first summer that they're going to be spending apart. Four girls.
Oh.
And they go, and one of them buys these denim jeans, and puts them on one day, and nice things happen. Nice things happen to her in the day, and she decides that they're magical. That they're a magical pair of jeans that makes nice things happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
So these pair of jeans go and they get passed through all the girls. They swap the trousers around. But all of these girls are all different sizes. But these pair of jeans all somehow fit them all.
Of course, because they're magical.
Because they're magical jeans. But it's basically just sort of like the whole story about it is just sort of like showing how important friendship is and how important it is that even though you might be, far away from each other, you might be, living, miles and miles away from each other or wherever, it's still important to sort of keep connected. If you were really that good friends, don't lose your friends kind of thing. And it's just like a nice film, it's a nice sentiment. And I think it got me as well, because I think I was about 14 or 15 when I saw it, and at that point my friends were really sort of a big part of my life was my friends. So I think it really sort of like, oh yeah,
it sounds like really a Disney Channel movie from the story.
Yeah, I definitely saw it in the cinema. I don't think it's a Disney. I don't know. Let me have a look. I'm gonna have a look. I don't think it's a Disney Channel one. What?
Who's in the cast?
Who's in the cast? So there's the four girls that's in there is America Ferrera, Amber Tamblyn, who I don't know, Blake Lively, and Alexis Beazell.
Blake Lively. I think she was in the Disney company. First. I'm not sure, but I think she was.
But yeah, it's
Can you see who produces it?
Produced was, let's have a look. Production companies: Alcon Entertainment, Denobi Pictures. It was Warner Brothers. It was Warner Brothers film. So yeah, I wasn't. Never heard of it. Oh, you'll have to. I think if because you like your romantic comedies, I think you should watch it.
I might like it. Yes.
Yeah, I think you might enjoy it. Yeah. Do it.
Like a girl teen comedy. It's perfect for me.
Yeah.
For a 40 years old creep.
I won't spoil it for you then, because I was going to tell you a major plot point, but I won't spoil it for you if you're going to watch it. But make sure you got tissues. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. You think I'm gonna cry?
I think I might have. So
So do you think I'm the type of guy who cries
I
watching
don't
movies?
know. I don't know. Are you?
Yes, I am. I am.
I mean, I gotta say, I used to my mum. She cries at anything. She cries at anything. And when I was younger, I used to make fun of her and being like, "Ah, you crying?" Like, I used to think it was
Mm.
really weird that she cried at everything. But now I'm older, and now I appreciate certain things. I appreciate my family more, and I sort of understand how precious your time is with people. I cry at everything now as well. So I can't make fun of my mum anymore because I do exactly the same.
Well, I think when I was a teenager, maybe I wouldn't cry as well because you want to impress people, say that you're a big guy and stuff. But no, the truth is that I could cry watching Sister Act.
Oh, see, now that's another film I've never seen.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to watch some films and I on the weekend
You
brush
do.
up on my film etiquette. With etiquette, film broadening my horizons of film. I think
Oh yeah.
need to do it. I need to do it.
So, Lola, do you have any short-term projects or mid-term projects like this year? So let's say 2021, 2022, and maybe in 5 years.
I think probably the thing I'm just working towards is getting big on Twitch. Big on Twitch. I mean, I don't want to be. I wouldn't want to be someone who has like thousands and thousands of viewers in, because I think that would stress me out. I think. I mean, if it gets to that point, then fine. But I'm not. That's not my aim. That's not my
Mhm.
aim. I mean, my long term aim of streaming is to make it full time. That I'll eventually be able to just, you know, do it. Just stream the same amount of times that I do already, but making enough money from it that
Yeah.
is my job. Because then it'll leave me a lot more time. I mean, it'd be really nice to have just 2 days a week where I didn't have to do anything. I could go and visit family or visit friends or play more games, not on stream, because that's probably what I would do. Uh,
Such a geek.
but I know I am. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. Um,
Then and what's like the minimum amount you have to earn on Twitch that it will allow you to not to be working anymore?
I think it's so.
Like
I would like
thousand
it's for
pounds
it.
or more?
What's that?
Like £1,000?
1,000. I think if I was making 12 or £1,300 a
Mhm.
month consistently,
Mhm.
then yeah, I would
Mm.
just quit my job and just do it full time, and then any money after that would be a bonus, really. I mean, I've never had a job where I've earned a lot of money.
Mhm.
I mean, I've got 2 degrees, but I've never earned more than like 18 grand a year. I'm not used to having lots of money. So anything above 12, £1,300 a month would be like
Great.
bonus. Would be amazing. Would be amazing. So yeah, that is my goal. I'm hoping that by the end of it's middle of 2021 now. Yeah, I'm hoping by the end of 2023, that it will at least look viable as a full-time job. That it would be that okay, I'm definitely getting there to the
Mhm.
point where it's a possibility I could do this full-time. So I think yeah, that's kind of my projects really. I think short term, I think for this year, I think realistically I'd want to be sort of maybe. I mean, I've really got like set goals
Mhm.
for Twitch. I know I just want to do it as a job, and
Okay. And
you
then
know,
we'll see what happens.
yeah, see what happens. See what happens. I mean, I'm kind of hoping. I mean, I get like maybe once a fortnight I get someone approaching me for like advertisement deals, or they're asking me to stream a particular game and this, that, and the other. But a lot of them at the moment, unfortunately, are ones that are just not. They're not really. I can't think of the word.
I see.
They're not good ones. Then they're not. They're just trying to promote their stuff without giving you anything in return, which
It's not.
it's not really what I want. What I want is you do this for us and we'll do this for you, kind of thing. So fingers crossed those will happen eventually. But
yes,
yeah, at the moment I'm just enjoying it at the moment. I'm really enjoying streaming and enjoying and meeting new people. And I think it's really nice that I think it gives me a bit of because I'm quite shy. I'm a very shy person, and you wouldn't know.
No, of course we wouldn't. But that's Twitch. That's something else.
But if you met me in real life, like if say a mutual friend of ours introduced us both, I probably wouldn't talk to you.
Because I'm sorry.
And that's not because it's not because I'm being rude. It's because I genuinely wouldn't know what to say. I would think this person doesn't want to talk to me. I just wouldn't. I would never think to make the effort to talk to someone because it'd be like,
I would go to you. I would go to you.
Yeah,
I say, hey girl, what up?
Hi. No, I'm kind of those people where I will talk. If you talk to me, I'll talk to you. But I'll never come.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I'm one of those. But I think streaming on Twitch has given me the confidence that people do want to talk to you. You are a nice person. You are nice to talk to. You have got good things to say. Because I think streaming on Twitch has given me a platform to say things that I want to say and do things that I want to do without feeling like I'm being judged too much. Because if people don't like it, they can just leave. Whereas if you're sort of face to face with somebody and saying this, that, and the other, they sort of you can see that they what are you? I don't care, So I think it's helped me personally as well, which is nice, which is very, very good.
Yeah, no, totally. One thing I forgot to ask you. You chose to send me a Pokemon picture. Why did you choose to put this picture?
I picked Pokemon because at the moment I am doing a Nuzlocke challenge on my Twitch channel. So basically what I'm getting chat to do is chat is deciding what Pokemon I can catch, if I can have it in my party, if I can evolve that Pokemon. They're choosing the names as well. And for
your Sim Kids.
Yes, like the Sim. We won't mention what the Sim Kids' names are though, because they're a bit rude, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's understandable. If you you want to make a joke, paying that's totally natural. I totally understand why people did that.
Yeah. But it's all a load of fun. It's all a load of fun. I'd never, obviously if it was something offensive, I'd no, we're not having that. But yeah, so and if the Pokemon faints, that's it. We can't use our Pokemon again. So I don't think it was last stream. I think it was the stream before when I streamed it. My entire party fainted. I had to restart again.
Oh no.
So I had my starter Pokemon was just gone forever now. Can't get him back. So we try. The challenge is that we got to try and beat the league with Pokemon that haven't fainted. I mean, it might get to the point where we're doing the league with Pokemon I just picked up in the grass literally 5 minutes before we go and do it. Which will be fun. Which will be very stressful for me, but I'm sure very, very fun to watch.
I'm sure. I'm sure. No, that I'm sure it will be great. Hope that, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not really a huge Pokemon fan because as for Spyro, when it came out, maybe I was 18. So yeah, I'm just too old for Pokemon, and I watched my son playing it. Since there's no nostalgia in it, yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard for
Yeah.
me to be enjoying Pokemon.
Yeah. I think you have to be a kid when it first came out,
Yes.
or a kid now to appreciate it. Like the funniest thing when I went to Japan and they had they have a Pokemon shop. They call it the Pokemon Center, and it was just me and my husband in there, two 27-year-olds, just like having an absolute whale of a time. And then like 7-year-old kids and they're looking at us strange, like,
Yeah, what are you doing?
with your children? Like, no, we're in here for us. This is great. I guess that honestly, the whole time we were there, that's the most money I'd spent the entire holiday was in the Pokemon shop. I bought so much stuff.
Oh,
Terrible.
you sent parcel, EMS parcel to Wales, full of Pokemon.
Yeah. Honestly, I spent £100 in the Pokemon shop on just Pokemon
Well,
stuff.
it's not that bad.
That's not too bad, no. But I'm quite cheap, so that's a lot of money for me. Like £100 in a shop is, oof, that's a lot. But yeah.
Well, thank you, Lola, for this. If you're ready and up for it, we'll now read our channel questions from the followers.
Yes. Cool.
So does anyone has a question? Just Salome was one, but you kind of answered earlier. I think she came after. It's why did she want to get started on Twitch? Well, you may see the YouTube video after Salome, but if you want to say something, Laura.
Yeah, I don't mind doing a little recap. So, wanted to start on Twitch. Basically, I found out about it, that I knew that it was a thing, and I just wanted to start streaming straight away. Never watched any streamers before. I didn't really know what it was. I just knew I wanted to have a go at streaming, and I realized I really enjoyed it, so just carried on doing it, and it's going really well so far. So, yeah.
Great. So does anyone else? When there's not a lot of people watching it, so there's Amy Bakes, Force PS. Maybe that's something you know, someone you know. What I see. Well, the truth is that we skipped a lot of questions during the stream. If I go up, Chris. Sorry, me and English is 0, says Salome. No, it's fine. It's fine. Well, actually, I will put the subtitles on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube video. So if you want to see it after in French, it will be possible. What I'm not sure about is the Twitch algorithm, the Twitch program will translate my English. I don't know if it will understand my English from my accent. I'm not sure.
We have to try. I can't see why not.
Yeah, because I have stupid French accent. You know why? Don't you know? You know why?
Yeah, but
I know you just want to be nice, but yeah.
No. It's not like I've spoken to some people whose first like one of my friends, her first she's Spanish and she was learning English, and I kept having to ask her all the time what she was saying, not because her English was bad, but because her accent was so thick. I couldn't understand what she was saying, but I can perfectly what you say. So, see, it's fine.
Thank you, Laura. Does anyone else have a question, or if you don't, I think we'll call it for today. Just waiting maybe 30 more seconds. Maybe there's something you want to add, Lola, before we go? What are your plans for tonight? Any stream tonight?
What are my plans for tonight? I don't know. Probably playing games. Probably probably playing games. I'll probably go and cook some dinner now and see what games I fancy playing. Or I might just chill. I might go and watch something. I'm not sure. I've been watching what's it called? Gravity Falls. I've been watching at the moment. I'm getting through that at the moment. So it's a kids program, but I'm really enjoying it. So I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't see you. Why not?
No, exactly. Oh, I have a question.
What do you prefer as games? Well, I'm not sure what I mean.
So I guess the games I prefer to play. I guess like the genre of games. I guess.
Maybe.
So
Salomé, tu veux dire quoi en français? Dis-moi en français, je vais lui traduire. Maybe that's the genre, but
yeah,
I'm not
I think
sure.
so. Well, I'll just answer it as that anyway, and then if it's a different sort of interpretation, I can do it again. Pan or chocolate or chocolatine? Oh,
well,
gosh.
that's a joke that you can't possibly understand, actually.
Okay, well, I don't know what chocolatine is. I know what pan or chocolate is. But...
they're the same thing. But in southwest of France, people will say chocolatine and not pain au chocolat. And there's a huge fight for years. Like, what's the right word to say? Pain au chocolat or chocolatine?
I'm going to say pain au chocolat because that's the one I know. So...
Well, I say pain au chocolat as well. To me, that's the right version because that's only southwest of France. So they're like maybe not even a quarter of people saying chocolatine.
It's chocolate bread, so chocolate makes sense.
I don't know. I'm not starting this with you. we
no arguing in French.
No, that's really a self-centered French debate. if we put foreigners in it, no, that's we'll not find it. So she said, que préfères-tu comme jeu? Mais qu'est-ce que tu veux dire comme genre de jeu ou le jeu que tu préfères? But I think since she put an X, it means games, really games. So like the genre.
Genre games. So I prefer games where you can build things. So or like sandbox games or games without an end. So I play a lot of The Sims. I like Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm playing a lot of Planet Zoo at the moment. I've recently picked up the Jurassic Park Zoo kind of maker thing. I don't know what it's called exactly, but that's a where you build a dinosaur park. Minecraft is a game I play a lot of as well. I'm not really into like FPS games or story-based games. I don't really like story-based games only because my attention span is terrible, and if I have to leave a game for a fortnight and come back to it, I can't remember the story. Especially games like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy just it blows my mind how people can play Final Fantasy games. I can't do it. There's so many fiddly things. It's just too much. I like games where you can just sort of do what you want to do in them. It's more of like a creative game then I like to play. But I do play other games. I do like some RPGs. Like I really like Skyrim. Like Skyrim is one of my favorite games.
And do you play Fallout?
I've never played Fallout. People keep telling me to play Fallout. I'm gonna have to play it.
It's like really that's Skyrim, but in a cyberpunk post-apocalyptic.
I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna have to try Fallout. Yeah. I'm gonna have to try it.
Maybe not the last one. The last one wasn't that good. I really like the third one, but it's old now. It's more than 10 years ago. But the third one was really cool. In my opinion.
I'll see if I can get it.
So Salome is asking the chicken or the egg. Well, maybe I can answer. That's the egg. That's the story of evolution. You know, you can Google it. That's the egg, definitely.
Yeah.
And Will is writing, that's how we started World War III. That's about pain au chocolat and chocolatine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, that's a really serious matter in France. Like, everyone knows about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you go
You're
in
gonna
Paris,
have to have a vote. You
if
know,
you
like
go
you
in
vote for
Paris
your
and you
government,
say,
you're gonna have to vote.
yeah, maybe that's what you should do. But no,
Yeah.
if you go to in Paris and asking a chocolatine with your English accent, they will correct you 100% sure.
No way.
They will.
That's insane. That's insane. Like, I can't think of anything that we call different things. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. No, nothing.
Well, you have your own language. So, well, Welsh is a true language, so it can't be compared to English, actually. So.
No, that is true.
But I guess you have
That is true.
English Welsh words that you
I mean,
only people
yeah,
in
we
Welsh
do.
could say.
There's a lot of words that Welsh has borrowed from English. Because obviously Welsh is a very old language, and obviously there's things that have, come about in everyday life that weren't around when Welsh was first a language. So some of them sound really funny. Like, it may not sound funny to you because you don't know the language, but some of the things. So like for lift, so like the lift, like the elevator. In Welsh, it's lifti, but it's like, but like with a lot of Welsh words, with a lot of modern Welsh words, they just put ei on the end of the English version. So like sometimes people make funny things and say like, oh, it's the roofy because it's not.
I
It's
know
the
what you
roof.
mean.
But I don't know what word for roof is in Welsh. So it's the roofy. I'm not Welsh. That's fine. But yeah, it's some of them are funny, and like bus is just bus. You just say it with a Welsh accent, just bus. Like, can you not think of another name for that? Just no. We're just gonna say it like funny. Oh gosh.
And English people make fun of you.
They don't like. Well, there's a big thing, right? Because a lot of there's a big fight going on at the moment.
Oh, really?
Where some people want to change the names of Welsh places and anglicise them because people who don't speak Welsh can't say the names. And Welsh people are like, well, that's what they're called. They've always been called that. If you can't pronounce it, that's your fault. Like, I wouldn't come to France and say, you need to change the name of such and such place because I can't pronounce it. You need to have it in English.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that.
That's stupid.
It is really stupid. It is really stupid. Like, it gets on my nerves a little bit because a lot of they've already anglicised a lot of place names. So where I live, I won't tell you exactly where I live, but
sure.
They've anglicised the Welsh for that. But in English, it doesn't mean anything. They've just made it sound English. So saying that it is absolute gobbledygook, pretty much, because it doesn't mean anything. But in Welsh, it means something. But in the way they've anglicised it, it doesn't mean anything.
Well,
so
yeah, no, that's actually the same that happened a long time ago now, but with small Britain in France, where I come from originally. That's exactly the same. We had all of our French, and so small Britain as a Brittonish words for the cities, and what they did, it's like you are first when you come to the city, you are first the French name, and under you have the original Brittonish name.
Yeah,
the change is the same. They just changed the syllables to make it French.
Yeah,
that it sounds French, but
yeah. Isn't it like my husband works alongside someone who's from Brittany actually, and he was saying that apparently I don't know what, well, it must be right because that's what she said, but and they bringing in a thing now where all schools have to teach in French, so even people who live in Brittany have to teach in French and not in Britain or Briton.
No, let's put it that way. No, you have like this language is it's in danger, so no one talks really it anymore. Maybe there's like 200,000 people speaking it. So every school are French school, but you have a few, maybe 10 private Breton school, small Britain school that someone can go to, or a kid can go to, and where they will only talk in this language. But they are private school.
Right.
That they're called, how they're called? I forgot the name. Yeah, and my brother actually went to one of them when he was, but he just when only was 3, and then he dropped it because we couldn't speak Breton at home. That was like a dream of my parents, and yeah, that was stupid because we couldn't speak it. As always, I know maybe 50 words of it, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean it's the same with Welsh. I mean, people in West Wales and North Wales, a lot of people there have Welsh as their first language. But South Wales is very rare to hear someone actually speaking Welsh. Where I live, everyone speaks English. I think it's probably in South Wales. There's probably I can't even estimate. There's not a huge population that
So it's also
can
in danger.
speak fluent Welsh. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's really
Which is
bad.
sad. It is sad.
That's really sad. Well, it's the way it is. Can't do anything about it. Anyway, I think we're good if that's okay for you. We met more than an hour and a half.
That's all good to me.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for being my guest today. That was really awesome. You were awesome. I'll give you the YouTube link, I think.
Okay.
Tomorrow, maybe this evening, but most probably tomorrow, that you can share if you want to, of course.
Of course I will.
Of course, yeah. Now, you were great. People, I hope people will know a little more about you. Maybe something you never talked about in your stream. Maybe.
Yeah. I think there's probably some. I definitely haven't talked about the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants in my stream.
Well,
maybe there's that.
That's the information to remember from a stream.
Yes. The takeaway message is I like that film.
Alright, so for my French community, je vais peut-être streamer un peu de Splatoon ce soir, hein, pour ceux qui sont encore là, peut-être vers les 20h, 20h30 si j'ai Saoudi, mais on verra plus tard, je ferai une annonce éventuellement sur le Discord. En tout cas, merci encore à Laura. Thank you, Laura, for being here. I wish you a nice evening and talk to you maybe just after.
Okay,
That's good for you. Alright.
Thank you for having me. Been a pleasure.
Thank you, Laura. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.